Instructions for priming the pump on the Silvery cover unit. Put on your gloves, apron, and goggles. Turn off the Silvery cover unit. There are two sample valves on the tubing assemblies connecting the Silvery recovery columns. Remove the black plugs in the bottom of the sample valves by twisting them counterclockwise. Using a large container, turn the lever vertical to open the gray sample valve. The liquid in the hose will be released into the container. There may be pressure on these valves. Always open them slowly and point the valve away from you. Start with the sample valve on the drain line connected to the sink. Next, perform the same procedure on the sample valve on the bridge assembly between the columns. Replace the plugs. All solution collected should be poured back into the holding tank of the Silvery cover unit. Remove the cover placed over the control box and pump. This may require a screwdriver. It may be necessary to remove the columns from the tray to access the screws. Be careful to replace the columns back in the tray in the same positions when completed. Remove the clear elbow on the side of the pump by twisting counterclockwise at the base of the elbow so that the side poppet valve and O-ring are accessible. The elbow is held on by a swivel connector. The tubing does not need to be removed. Remove the O-ring and poppet valve. Remove the clear elbow on the top of the pump by twisting counterclockwise at the base of the elbow so that the top poppet valve is accessible. The elbow is held on by a swivel connector. The tubing does not need to be removed. Remove the O-ring and poppet valve. The top poppet valve points down into the pump. Removal of this valve is best achieved by pushing the poppet valve up from inside the pump. If necessary, clean both poppet valves with warm water. Inspect the poppet valves and O-rings to ensure they are in good working order. Place the poppet valve in the palm of your hand. Place the O-ring over the point of the poppet valve. Grasp the point of the poppet valve with 2 fingers and place the flat end of the poppet valve into the side opening so that the point of the poppet valve is facing out of the pump head. Twist on the side elbow clockwise, hand tight over the point of the poppet valve and O-ring. O-rings are always installed last. The O-ring creates a seal between the poppet valve and elbow. Using a squirt bottle of water or a small beaker, fill the bellows with water until it slightly spills over. Have some paper towels handy. Drop the top poppet valve into the pump point down. This should float with the flat side towards you. Place the O-ring onto the flat part of the poppet valve. O-rings are always installed last. The O-ring creates a seal between the poppet valve and elbow. Twist the clear plastic top elbow clockwise. This should only be hand tightened. Be certain there are enough chemicals in the holding tank to cover the bottom float switch. Place a container under the red elbow disconnected from the primary column. Turn the power on to the Silvery cover unit. As the bellows begins to move up and down, it will pull the liquid into the side elbow of the pump and push the liquid out as the bellows compresses together. If air bubbles are present or the liquid appears to stop or hesitate when coming up the clear tubing, air is getting into the pump and the elbows should be tightened or the poppet valves need to be replaced. After 20 to 30 seconds, liquid should begin to flow through the pump, through the red elbow, and into your container. The liquid should pulse through the tubing like a heartbeat. The pump will output 100 milliliters per minute. This is approximately 1/3 of a cup in a minute. If the holding tank is full, it will take approximately 8 hours to empty. Once flow is established, turn off the Silvery cover unit. Reconnect the red elbow to the column. Be sure the elbow clicks into place. Clean up any spills and replace the cover. Restart the Silvery cover unit and check for leaks.